Natural Yellow Sapphire. Introduction. Aluminium oxide Fe, Cr. Aluminum oxide. Colored by iron. Often influenced by Fe2, Fe3. Class 4 oxides. Corundum aluminium oxide. Oxygen is the principal anion. Includes hydroxides in which the hydroxyl radical, O, acts as the anion. Natural Yellow Sapphire. Introduction. In the gemological world we often speak of the big three, the three high-value gems that dominate the colored stone market: ruby, sapphire, and emerald. Until the 1880s, yellow sapphires were known as oriental topaz. In the majority of stones the color is a pale wheaty yellow, but it may vary through shades of green or brown. In the former case it approaches the color of yellow-green sapphire. Precious corundum with a distinctive yellow color is fairly common. Colorless sapphires are often heat-treated to produce a yellow color. Natural Yellow Sapphire, Sri Lanka origin 98.6% aluminium oxide. Refractive index 1.7611.780. Birefringence 0.008. Dispersion 0.0018. Specific gravity 3.994.00. Hardness 9. Class, oxides and hydroxides. Crystal system, trigonal. Habit, steep hexagonal bipyramids or stout columns. Fracture, conchoidal. Luster, adamantine to vitreous. Cleavage, basal parting. Notable locations: India, Australia, China, USA, Thailand. Color, yellow, golden, orange. Natural Yellow Sapphire Sri Lanka and Africa origin. Cutting, setting and valuing. The value of this gemstone depends upon the particular shade of its color. Orangey or pure lemon yellow stones are the most highly prized. Transparency is also important, as is uniformity of color. Sri Lanka produces sapphires in yellow, light green, and colorless hues. Even stones with the greatest depth and intense color are less valuable than fine blue sapphires. Yellow sapphires are normally faceted as brilliants. Properties and characteristics. The color of yellow sapphires is due to the presence of iron in the stone. Like all members of the corundum family, yellow sapphire is found as crystals in rocks of limestone and schists, metamorphic rock, and in riverbeds and streams. However, the majority are found associated with basaltic lava flows, as in Australia, China, or Thailand. The yellow color can also be achieved by heat treatment, exposure to radiation. This color is often not light stable. And beryllium diffusion. Classification, on the basis of group, species, family, variety. Species corundum. Variety yellow sapphire. Genesis of natural yellow sapphire 45 plus carats. Natural yellow sapphire introduction. The sapphire is found in the country of Padmakara near the river Ravana Ganga in Ceylon. Sapphire interior gleams with iris rare. That sapphire whose interior gleams with the iris is a rare gem of priceless worth. Weight beauty Sarasvati matchless worth sapphire. Weight, coolness, depth of color, the quality of being Sarasvati and beauty, invest a sapphire with matchless worth. Sapphire lustrous brings on fame. Any lustrous substance such as crystal, silver, gold, is entitled Sarasvati. Sarasvati sapphire brings on fame. Genesis of natural yellow sapphire 45 plus carats. Sapphire moisture accession of wealth. That sapphire which combines great with small bulk is called guru. Such a gem conduces to increase of family. That which always gives out moisture is called snigdha. A snigdha sapphire brings on accession of wealth. Sapphire sun flames blue effulgence, prosperity. That sapphire which, on being exposed to the morning sun, flames in a blue effulgence, is termed varnadya. It brings prosperity. Flawless sapphire brings fame. Length of days. A flawless, sterling sapphire brings its wearer, strength, fame and length of days. Sapphire pot darkens all, wealth fame increase. That sapphire which, when placed in a pot, darkens it all through, is called ranjika. This gem increases wealth and is conducive to fame and increase of family. Genesis of natural yellow sapphire 45 plus carats. Sapphire Narayana acquires understanding. The man who wears a sapphire of spotless chastity finds favor with Narayana and acquires longevity, family dignity, fame, understanding and wealth. Sapphire V.S. glass weight hardness only. A sapphire is distinguishable from glass by weight and hardness only. Genesis of natural yellow sapphire 45 plus carats. Marvelous and medicinal properties attributed to the natural yellow sapphire. The sapphire procures royal favors, softens the anger of the enemies, frees people from enchantment and obtains for them release from captivity. Sapphire placed on heart strength. If placed on the heart, it bestows strength and energy. Sapphire prevents evil thoughts. It prevents evil and impure thoughts. Sapphire, heart, fever, brow, hemorrhage. Placed on the heart, it cured fever, on the brow, it stopped hemorrhage. Sapphire preserver of eyesight. It was an excellent preserver of eyesight. Genesis of natural yellow sapphire 45 plus carats. Sapphire powdered, cures inflammation. If sapphire powdered and made into a pill were placed on the eyes, it would draw out any dust or small insect or any other foreign substance that might have fallen into them, and cured them also of inflammation or irritation by smallpox or any other disease. Sapphire powder with milk remedy for poison. If the powder were taken internally with milk, it would prove a sovereign remedy for pestilence, fevers, poison, hysteria, etc. Sapphire vs. poison. The sapphire is such a deadly enemy to poison that if put into glass, or on the mouth of a phial that contained a spider or any other venomous reptile or insect, it would immediately kill it. Genesis of natural yellow sapphire 45 plus carats. Sapphire 53 carat represented emperor engraved female figure. In 1860, in the hands of Mr. Book, on which was engraved the figure of an actor in front of an altar, with another actor imitating his gesticulations. The signet of Constantine's II, a sapphire of 53 carats, represented that emperor as spearing a large wild boar, before a reclining female figure. Sapphire profile of Hercules in Rome. In the cabinet of Strozzi, in Rome, is a sapphire, upon which is the profile of Hercules engraved by Cincius. A sapphire has also been seen in England, on which are engraved the crest and arms of Cardinal Wolsey. The brilliant cut shows the luster of the stone to the best advantage. Genesis of natural yellow sapphire 45 plus carats. Sapphire fine doesn't differ widely by day and by night. A really fine sapphire should appear yellow, as well by day as by night. It has often been noticed that two sapphires which appear to be of the same color by day, differ widely by night. Sapphire Marlborough Collection Medusa's Head. In the Marlborough collection is found a Medusa's head in nearly full face, engraved on a very clear and beautiful sapphire, also, the head of Caracalla, on a stone. Particular properties of the yellow sapphire. The sapphire is bitter, warm and good in cold and biliousness, and alleviates the rage of sani when worn. Natural yellow sapphire bibliography with list of reference of works on gemstones consulted. Rulandus, Martinus, Medicina Practica. 12 Mo. Arg 1564. Bornin, Count de. Description of the corundum stone, and its varieties commonly known as Oriental ruby, sapphire. Trans. Page 223 1801. Heidinger, W., Der für Diamant oder nach Worthwallers Ausgegeben Topaz de Hern de Poisat. Sitzingsber, Der Kais. Akkad. 4-2. Wien 1858. Leonardus, Camillus. The Mirror of Stones, in which the nature, generative properties, virtues, and various species of more than 200 different jewels, precious, and rare stones are distinctly described. 8 Vaux. London, 1750. The Science of Gems, Jewels, Coins and Metals Ancient and Modern. By Archibald Billings M.D., A.M., F.R.S., F.R.G.S., F.R.M.S. Gems and Jewels. By Madame Hiberera. The Natural History of Gems are Semi-Precious Stones. By C.W. King, M.A. Diamonds and Precious Stones. By Harry Emanuel F.R.G.S. Rudimentary Treatise on Mineralogy. By Dr. Varley. Vedanayantu, Epics in Sanskrit. Medini, Epics in Sanskrit. Jyotistatvam, Epics in Sanskrit. Brahmapuranam, Epics in Sanskrit. Sivapuranam, Epics in Sanskrit. The following ancient manuscripts relating to this subject are preserved in the British Museum and several others.